Beautiful, amazing, historic night. I'm very blessed and honored to be with you. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. My prediction for the past 4 years has been President Trump is going to regain the Oval Office. He'll get the Senate and increase his lead in the House. And I have been saying that for about 4 years now. Hit subscribe. Let's get started. This is the Associated Press. And the Associated Press has President Trump at 101 Electoral College votes to Harris's 52. He just got Florida. You can look Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama. He's doing very well in Georgia. Very well in Georgia. Doing very well in Texas. Doing very well in North Carolina. And he's doing surprisingly well in Virginia, which is huge. He wins Virginia. He might not have to get one of the Rust Belt states. I'm not 100% sure. So we do need Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. We need one of those. Okay, Minnesota, either Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. But you get Virginia and Nevada, I think it's still game over. He gets to 270. To my super chat, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, J-Pat, Paul Bartlett, I have a goal of 15 super chats, but we can hit it, not hit it, it's fine. But we're doing very well. I think Trump is going to do very well. I think what's going to take place is the following. Let's go to Reuters. Let's refresh Reuters. Okay, so Reuters has him at 99. And it's actually pretty cool, so you don't have to go to NBC News or the New York Times. You can actually just go to either the Associated Press or you can go to Reuters. And so this is the Associated Press. It's more of a compact map. And the map is larger here, but I think the Associated Press is more up to date. So if you look right now, Georgia, let's go ahead and scroll down to Georgia. Hit subscribe if you're new to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Bartlett, thank you so very much, Paul. Paul and J-Pat, thank you. Thank you so very much. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. I will have a live stream also, very likely at around midnight or 1 a.m., maybe even 2 a.m. But you look at Virginia, Trump, I think, like, if you look at Michigan, for example, let's see if we can see this here. Let's try to make this a little larger here. Okay. If you look at Virginia, to have Trump even competitive right now in Virginia is phenomenal. He's doing better than he did 4 years ago. I think he's doing better than he did 8 years ago. Now, Pennsylvania, I think they're counting in the mail-ins. So that's why you have I believe they're counting the mail-ins. Same with Michigan. But Michigan, Trump is very close, considering it's just, a small percentage of the vote. Relatively small percentage. The 7% counted. 11% counted in Pennsylvania. So I think he has a better chance, I think, of winning Michigan than Pennsylvania even. But every state should go Trump, especially these states like in Pennsylvania and Michigan. I don't understand how you vote Harris. Like, do you want more inflation? Do you want higher interest rates? Do you want more invasions? But that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. I usually go and we do some analysis regarding like Fox News, for example, but let's just go ahead and let's continue with the up-to-date analysis here, the up-to-date numbers. So this is really interesting. So he has Florida. He has Florida. Okay, I mean, dominated Florida. Alabama, he has Mississippi. So Trump has already achieved victory in Florida, South Carolina, by a huge margin. Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, West Virginia. I mean, all of this is very good for the Senate as well. Very good for the Senate as well. Then you get Indiana. He, oh my God, did very well. You would think Harris would be doing better in Illinois, but Virginia. I mean, the fact that he's even competitive with 41% of the votes counted in Virginia, that is huge because he's going to cut Harris's lead in Pennsylvania and Michigan. Okay, he's going to cut Harris's lead, although she has a substantial lead now, but it's very likely most of it is either urban areas or the mail-ins. Caroline, thank you. Thank you so much, Hashem. Exactly. We're on the cusp of it. We certainly are. Caroline, so kind of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Caroline, and Paul and JPat. Thank you, Caroline. Greatly appreciated always for being a member and for watching this channel. Caroline, thank you so very much. What I've tried to do is be algorithmically friendly, be so benign and so vanilla. So instead of like, something spicy like, see you soon and Trump's going to be back, it's just latest update on tonight. What is tonight? Well, you'll have to click on it to find out what's happening tonight. So very, very benign, very vanilla in terms of the title. I want to just be very, very, above board. Caroline, thank you. Cynthia, I know. I hope so. J Holt, hello. J Pat, thank you again. Paul, thank you again. So let's go ahead and refresh. This is history, ladies and gentlemen. This is 4 years of having... I mean, here's the thing also. It's like we suffered through 4 years of Biden and Harris. God forbid we... Wow, look at this. Look at this. Maine, District 2, going Trump. Maine. I mean, Trump's doing well in Maine. So I think Virginia, it's just an amazing thing. 43% of the vote, but the fact that he's doing well in Virginia. Georgia, wow. He is pulling ahead in Georgia. And he had to, he has to win. Georgia's a conservative red state. So is Arizona. He gets Georgia and Arizona. Democrats have a razor thin margin. They have to win Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Nevada, and they also have to win Nevada and Virginia. If Trump wins Virginia, I think he's going to win Nevada. If he wins Virginia, I don't know if he needs Michigan or Wisconsin or Pennsylvania. You can let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. But this is looking pretty good for Trump already. I'm a little bit nervous, to tell you the truth, regarding Pennsylvania and Michigan. I just don't get it. I'm not going to get into my long-winded spiel, but why would you, if the economy of your state revolves around oil, gas, coal, Fracking. Why would you, if energy is important to you, if building cars are important to you, why would you then vote Democrat? I don't get it. I swear to God, you see like Michael Moore and all these like, they think they're like salt of the earth people, but the Democratic Party used to, maybe 50 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, care about the quote unquote working class. But the working class did much better under Trump. Record low poverty, record highs in household median income. We had an amazing economy under Trump. And he didn't destroy a country like his predecessors who were deemed to have better morals. I love it when Democrats pontificate about morals and principles, and they're like, "Oh yeah, George W. Bush, good person. He paints now." Like, well, he sent Americans to never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts that both Clinton and Biden voted for, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. How, I mean, we can go on forever, but let's look at this. Okay, so Pennsylvania, 13%. So they're padding. I thought that they would do that. I think that Virginia with Youngkin in the Supreme Court, that is huge. That Youngkin, let's put it this way: Trump wins, and it's closer than I thought. Youngkin will be one huge, huge, huge advantage. But Virginia doing, I mean, he shouldn't even be competitive in Virginia. Okay, so in Pennsylvania, that's a pretty good, well organized Democratic Party machine. Michigan, it's still very close. I think that they might have tried to get all the votes in from major cities like Detroit and Philadelphia. I'm not sure. All I know is that it's very likely that a lot of the mail-ins were counted first, which skewed towards Democrats. But we have 101 to 71. Let's see here. Yeah, she got New York, New Jersey. Okay. Oh, no, New York, not yet. Um, let's look. So Virginia, I think Virginia, the fact that it's tight is very good. Trump is running away with it in North Carolina. He is running away with it in Georgia. Texas, not even close. Not even close in the great state of Texas. That's should tell you a little something. Oklahoma. Let's see how Trump did in New Jersey. Yeah, well, Delaware, okay. Michigan, 8% in. He's within striking distance in Michigan. So I think he has a better chance of winning Michigan. But I think, look, Pennsylvania, obviously, the polls showed that he was either leading or tied. So, Dr. Debo, hello. Yeah, I mean, you know what? This is, what can I tell you? Um, it's going to come, here, this is what's going to take place. He will be up. At the end of the night, he'll be up. I can tell you right now, we'll keep going for, 2 hours as long as I can, and then we'll take a break, and I'll be back like around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. He'll be up in a whole bunch of states. He very likely will be up in Michigan, Pennsylvania when it's all said and done. They'll very likely stop counting in 3 or 4 states tonight. Okay? In which case, half the country will not sleep tonight. You know, because we don't want democracy to rear its ugly head. Quote unquote, I should say, quote unquote democracy. But Democrats say, how dare you? The sanctity of our process. They don't even have a primary. They cheated Bernie Sanders in 2016 and they ousted Biden, and then they say, how dare you impugn the sanctity of the process. And then when Trump defeats Clinton, it's, the Kremlin helped him for 4 years. All right, let's do this again. So I kind of feel like I'm looking at stocks. I used to be a financial advisor 20 plus years ago. And it was kind of hilarious. I worked with a gentleman, wonderful gentleman. He was from the Middle East. And we would all be looking at stocks. And he would say, like, come on, baby, Papa needs new shoes. I think he was trying to say Papa needs brand new shoes. It was awesome. It was like, Papa needs new shoes. But that's probably not what you want to convey when looking at stocks. You probably want to be sober and, thoughtful, but that's the way that's, the industry. But anyway, I'm like looking, I feel like I'm looking at a stock ticker on the, like a whole bunch of stocks on the screen. But let's look at Georgia again. So he's running away with it in Georgia. He is doing very well in Georgia. Very well. Thank God. Thank God. And North Carolina, wow. He just had a huge, huge leap in North Carolina. Yeah! Well, I mean, you talk about like, oh, it's so immoral and this and that and that. It's like, to my viewers everywhere in the world, in Japan, love Japan. I love Japan. To my viewers in Japan, thank you. Love you. And around the world, thank you so much. Australia, UK, Canada, New Zealand, the Philippines. If you're in the Philippines, I love you. Thank you for watching. Nigeria, thank you for watching. Everybody, everywhere around the world, thank you. All right, so huge update, people. You can look and see here. Let's see if I can go ahead and make this. So Virginia, still, oh yes. This is huge because he'll get Nevada. And you let me know. I should know this. Sorry, I'm not perfect, but you let me know. If he gets Virginia and Nevada, I don't even know if he needs Michigan. He needs one of the Rust Belt. So if he gets Virginia and Nevada, he might be able to, she could sweep the entire Rust Belt. He'll still get to 270. You let me know in the comments section if I'm wrong. Somebody, please let me know. If he gets Virginia and Nevada, I can go to 270 to win. I could go, do all that stuff, but like I don't want to take time away from this because he just made a huge leap in North Carolina. The way Biden's administration dealt with Helene, that was like they didn't do anything. I mean, they didn't make it a priority. That's the issue. The issue was they didn't make it a priority. Not that they didn't do anything. They didn't make it a priority. They did something. They did some things. They didn't make it a priority of the administration. So, let's see. All right. All right. Well, you know what? He's 8%. I mean, Michigan, you know what? Oh, there you go. Okay. He is still, it's quite competitive in Michigan. I mean, you live in Michigan. I know of some beautiful, amazing people in Michigan. You live in Michigan, the auto industry. Why would you choose Harris? I don't get it. Most of the union members want Trump. And they say like Trump is the only one to go to bat for unions. It was unions that wanted tariffs. It's European. It's unions within Europe that want tariffs. A new report from Johns Hopkins. Hobbs, 45. Thank you. Hobbs, thank you. North Carolina. North Carolina. Yes. Well, South Carolina, I love South Carolina. Georgia, love Georgia. My two favorite college football teams are USC Trojans and the Georgia Bulldogs. One team's doing better the past 3, 4 years, 5 years, but both Georgia Bulldogs, USC Trojans. North Carolina, 8. Yes, I mean they could probably call it within a half hour. Not good for Harris. They always say like Georgia's in play, North Carolina's in play. Let's flip Texas. Like, here's another thing. Love Texas. Love Texas. If you're in Texas, why on earth would you want your state to become New York or New Jersey or California? I know. You see, my belief is this. Okay, if you are a Democrat and you like living in a blue city in a blue state, God bless you. Do what is best for you. Do not bring your politics to a red state. It makes no sense. They're already blue states. If they're unaffordable, well, then that's the policies. You want those policies. If they're full of crime and unaffordable, and there's homeless everywhere, well, that's Democratic Party policies. Don't bring them to don't bring them to Idaho or Texas or Georgia or North Carolina. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. If you're moving, like I understand like Democrats in, a Democrat in Georgia, fine. They have a Democratic Party. It's been around for a long time. Fine. Very long time. You look at U.S. history. But if you moved from California, you moved from New York, you moved to a red state, and then you bring your ideology, your political ideology with you. Why make your new state, the red state, that's affordable, that's great great for the family? Why bring your failed policies and try to transform a red state into a blue state? I don't get it, but whatever. Henry, speaking of Japanese folks, I didn't, Henry, I didn't. Negative X, thank you. Henry, thank you as always. BRX95, hello. Thank you as always, Henry. Thank you as always. All right, let's do an update here. See, I can go ahead and we can look at. We can do the NBC Michigan. Okay. But all right, hold on a second. All right. So let's just do 120 to 99, ladies and gentlemen. 120 to 99. 270 to win, baby. 270 to win. Iowa hasn't. That'll go Trump 100%. But they haven't started yet. So yeah, I mean, this will be hit subscribe if you're new, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Um, um, all right, let's go ahead. Let's do another update. So 120 to 99. Pennsylvania, Trump always has to rebound from. He always has to rebound from a huge deficit. Virginia! Wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! Because Nevada's going Trump, in my humble view. Oh my God! I can't say I like the numbers right now in Pennsylvania, but that'll change. Okay, but still, the fact that he's even competitive, up by around 30,000. The fact that he's even competitive, that is a huge thing, ladies and gentlemen, because you're talking about Trump versus an entire political machine. Democrats don't vote for a candidate. That's why they ousted Biden. They vote for a machine, a political machine. So the fact that he is the fact that he's competitive. The fact that he's competitive in Virginia, that is huge. Because Virginia is not supposed to be a competitive state. It's just not supposed to be a state that is competitive. He gets Virginia with 13 electoral college votes. I'm not sure he even needs Michigan. Because if he gets Nevada, see, the whole thing was he needs Michigan or Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or Minnesota if Harris gets Virginia and Nevada. If he gets Virginia, whole new ball game. Ohio! Let's see. Let's see if it says here. He's within striking distance in he's within striking distance in and I'm still I haven't the Reuters and AP, at least what I'm looking at, hasn't called Ohio for Trump yet. So, but he's doing quite well. I think he's beaten his margins. Oh, that sounds weird. I think that he's ahead of his margins compared to 4 years ago or even 8 years ago. Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get in conservative states. I don't get it. Kansas? Yeah, that's Missouri's going Trump. Kansas is going to go Trump. Yeah, that's bizarre. Colorado, yeah. Virginia is the main. That's the huge. Why on earth is it even? That's bizarre. Virginia. That is a huge, huge, huge. Um, that's a huge. That would be a huge upset. Huge upset. Let's see. I'm just trying to look up something here. Yeah, I don't think that would make no sense for Harris to win Kansas. But stranger things have taken place, but I don't think that's going to happen. Um, Virginia, uh, Georgia, he's running away. Uh, he's running away with it in North Carolina. Virginia, doing very well. The fact that almost half the votes, 49% of the votes, and he's up in Virginia, that's huge. That is huge. So let's see. We're not in Kansas anymore. S23, hello. Um, all right. All right, let's see here. We should find out, everything tonight, but you know how that goes. You know how that goes. All right. He's actually increased his lead in Virginia, increased his lead in North Carolina, running away now in Georgia. In about an hour, that might be called. You get North Carolina and Georgia called, he's in the driver's seat. 137.99. 137.99. Yes. I've been telling you, if you watch this channel, we'll get to 300 in a couple of months. We'll get to 300,000 subscribers. It'll be because of you. We'll get to 300,000 subscribers. But I've been telling you, ladies and gentlemen, for 4 years, Trump will regain the Oval Office. I also told you numerous times Biden will resign eventually. What they did to Bernie Sanders is nothing compared to what they did to Biden. He won his primary, so the man won his primary. Minnesota! So Trump is up, but that's not even a percent of. He's within striking distance in Michigan. Pennsylvania still. I think he's actually cutting. Actually cut the lead. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see here. Okay. 3 minutes ago, Associated Press, Donald Trump gets Ohio. Nice. Nice. 137.99. 270 to win, people. Let's go. I feel like, I play fantasy football, and I watch these. If I'm in the car, like, I'll listen to like a YouTube channel that has the Monday night game. I swear I feel like I'm like, like it was like a Chiefs. So I was watching one of the Chiefs channels. Like, Chiefs, let's go. Super chat, let's go. Chiefs, yeah. I feel like that. Or it's a stock ticker. But 137. I'm glad I watched that channel last night. That's like, I get that vibe. 137, let's go. Trump. By the way, did I tell you how much I love Japan? I'll tell you later a little bit, maybe another segment. But you have countries around the world, especially in Japan, that politics does not dominate their life. Politics is not even important. We spend so much time stressing about politics in this country because in large part, the media, in large part, divides the country because they're all in the tank for one side. You have all of late night in the tank, all of Hollywood in the tank. Okay? Imagine if everybody was neutral. Hollywood, celebrities, award shows, publications throughout the Atlantic, Washington Post, New York Times. Imagine if you had, like, you could still have MSNBC and CNN because there's Fox News, but like every publication, every political publication, Rolling Stone. What's Rolling Stone doing talking about politics and like opposing Trump every 2 seconds? That's like a music magazine. I don't remember them writing hit pieces about President Obama or Clinton, or so it's like you pick, you have Vanity Fair, Esquire, the Atlantic, Washington Post, New York. Not one supporter of Trump in the New York Times. Not one. Not one. Okay. Not one, but you had 422,000 Americans choose Trump in New York. So, but not one. Not one. All right. Let's see here. Pennsylvania officials urge patience when it comes to a lengthy counting process. 52 seconds ago. Patience, everybody. Patience. He wins Virginia. He might not even need. $177.99. 270 to win, baby. Look at that, Wisconsin. Look at that. Coming out the gate in Wisconsin and Minnesota. I love Michigan. I don't get why. I mean, if you live in Michigan, I love Michigan. I know beautiful, beautiful people. Why would you want the same inflation? I don't get it, but that's another time. Story for another time. Yes! Running away in Georgia. Yes! Kansas, if the Republican Party in Kansas messes this up, it's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. Paul, thank you. I think Trump takes it. I think tonight we'll pretty much know, but they'll be like, we have to wait. We don't want to be presumptuous. You know what happens to people who assume. They make a you know what out of me and you. So we just have to wait till next month. Sorry. What? Election month? What? Why? No, it's called democracy. We have to wait till next month. Actually, next year. And we'll have Biden just lead the nation. Lead our nation till next year, when we finally find out. I'm just joking. So let's go. Virginia again. Okay. They did a number on Trump, the media, like I don't want to list the people debating. This one liberal journalist, he was like, "Oh yeah, so immoral, Trump." Trump was a lot more moral than President Obama, who, with an intervention, a failed intervention, destroyed a country in North Africa, destroyed Libya with a failed intervention. What did Trump do that was as catastrophic as that? And President Obama admitted that was his worst mistake. But according to this journalist, Trump doesn't pay his contractors, so he's very immoral. Which is worse? Well, first of all, he does, and he can get a loan anytime he wants to, $1 billion loan. And Democrats have always tried to make, like, many of them live in their own reality. So Trump is like this impoverished person who doesn't know how to start a business. Meanwhile, he's actually a billionaire. He will be a 2-time president, like I've been saying for 4 years on this channel. He conquered Hollywood. He's pretty awesome. And he's a lot better of a human being than the wonderful Democrats that we've seen the past 20 years. A lot better. Or Republicans. That's the thing about Trump. He's a better human being in every way. I should say he's a better human being in his impact on the world. He didn't destroy a country like his predecessors. Sorry, you destroy a country with a failed intervention, whether it's Bush or President Obama, you're a worse human being. If your morality is dependent upon image, if you think that a person's image is more important than whether or not they destroy a country, that's on you. That shows your lack of understanding of what morality or ethics entail. Let's continue. Okay. $177.99. Okay. All right. Let's refresh. Let's go ahead and check it out. Georgia! He's running away with it in Georgia. I love it. I love it. So these are like the fundamentals of, he needs to win red states. He wins blue states, it's game over very early. So Georgia doing well. North Carolina doing well. Virginia doing well. She's cutting into the lead, though, in Virginia. Wisconsin. Look at that. He's up in Wisconsin. He's within striking distance in Michigan. Again, like with Pennsylvania and Michigan, I don't know how much of, I think the initial tally takes into account the overwhelming number of mail-ins there. So, but Virginia is like, that's pretty awesome. Kansas is bothering me. I don't really, I don't understand that. And the Republican Party is, the Kansas Republican Party is like, I don't know what to say about that if they lose Kansas. Why would you vote Democrat in Kansas? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't even want to speculate. I don't even want to speculate. Georgia doing well, 177.99. Okay. Seven minutes ago, Trump got Texas. 11 minutes ago, Ohio. So we could very well find out We could very well find out who's in the driver's seat big time tonight. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm just sticking to the Associated Press. There's Reuters. Reuters has him at 154. I like the Associated Press. They have him at 177, so we'll just stay here. So Kansas is at 40% of the vote. Like, please tell me how Harris, a liberal Democrat from San Francisco, wins Kansas. That, you know, was the Republican Party there, like, out to lunch? They didn't show up? They didn't show up the past couple of months? What's going on here? All right. Oh, yeah. Georgia. And this is the thing. I mean, I'm not even touching upon the Senate. I should have um there's just too many contests right now. He will expand his lead in the Senate. We'll talk about that a little later. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's refresh the screen again. Michigan. All right, he's actually doing better than he was prior. I think. Only 12% in. Wisconsin. Wow. Actually has a pretty good. He doesn't need Pennsylvania. If he wins Michigan and Wisconsin, I mean Minnesota and Wisconsin, he doesn't need Pennsylvania or Michigan or even Virginia. He needs Georgia and North Carolina. Okay, and Nevada, I think, all Arizona. He needs Arizona. He'll get Nevada. I don't think it's going to be close in Nevada. I could be wrong. I don't think I will be wrong. Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina. If he gets Virginia, oh my God. Well, there you go. Virginia, he shouldn't even be competitive right now in Virginia. John, thank you again. John, thank you. Thank you. It's just, how long do you want high inflation? And are you gullible enough? Are you impressionable? And you just focus on whatever it is. This is iced tea. You just focus on whatever it is. Here, iced tea. Whatever it is that media says, oh, he's a bad person. Well, I'm not voting for a bad person. The problem is inflation is too high, interest rates are too high. We didn't have these issues with Trump. Trump 178. Okay. 178.99. I'm as excited as you are, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. Virginia would indicate a huge, huge change. I'm as excited as you are. I think Youngkin, the governor, and that Supreme Court victory was huge. Minnesota. Okay, Wisconsin, 7% of the vote. Wow. Wow. Wow, look at that. Wisconsin. Look at that. You have Virginia. I know it's only 7%. I know it's only 7%, but the fact that he's coming out of the gate swinging, full steam, full Trump steam ahead. Philip! Thank you, Philip. Thank you so very much. Dr. Debo, thank you. Just you watching. I appreciate that. Well, you know what? Uh, I can't stand also when people say, oh, he's a flawed character. Trump doesn't have every single publication, every single newspaper writing hit pieces for him against his opponents. Democrats do. They don't have a signed contract. You will write hit pieces. You will investigate our opponents' dirty laundry. They don't have that. They don't have that. Democrats don't have that. It's just an unspoken. If you have only journalists that vote Democrat, you have only journalists that vote Democrat. Okay. You have only journalists. You have the entire publication in a state where you still have people voting in a country that's going to where Trump is going to be a 2-time president, and you have no supporter of Trump at the New York Times or Washington. Not one. I'm not talking about. You have only supporters of Democrats. You can't get one. Not even one supporter. Not one. You have a 2-time president, and you can't find one journalist or opinion writer that will back Trump. And that shows you why people don't trust media. That shows you exactly why people don't trust media. So, all right, update. Let's see here. Wow. 9% of the vote, Trump is up. Wow. 9% of the vote in, Trump is up by what? 24,000. I mean, I don't know if he'll win it, but that's pretty good. It's not even supposed to be competitive. Virginia, he's increased his, oh, wow. About 46,000. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Virginia, 56%. He's up. I mean, it's very close. But you've had a lot of school board issues. You've had a lot of really weird things happen in certain counties in Virginia. Really weird things. I'm not going to get into them. Not going to get into them. Wow. 200 plus thousand up in Georgia. That'll probably be called in about an hour. Less than that, probably. Kansas, finally. Okay, can we get a little bit closer? How can you not run away with it in Kansas? Everything's looking fantastic, but this Kansas thing's really bothering me. What's going on here? It's like the political equivalent of the Wizard of Oz or something. What's going on here? It's very bizarre. Yes, the people of Kansas have chosen a liberal Democrat from San Francisco. This makes no sense to me, but I don't think that'll be the case. Wisconsin is, wow, 32,000 up. That is awesome to me. That is awesome to me. If you have Virginia and Wisconsin go Trump, And you have no problem in Georgia, no problem really in, yeah, nope. Oh, yeah, he's running away with it in North Carolina and Georgia. See, this is the thing. The country is more conservative, far more conservative than Democrats like to admit. They even cheated their own candidate, Bernie Sanders. So, and the most, like the most progressive you could say, or whatever. I used to be on that side of the equation. It's so dysfunctional. They don't. I can tell you right now, they don't truly believe anything they say. Like Democrats do not believe in Medicare for all single payer. They don't. That's why they cheated Bernie Sanders. That's why they don't never bring up the Green New Deal. Have you heard Harris even mention the words Green New Deal? They don't believe in any of it. They just lie every 4 years about a whole bunch of things. Wow. Wow. Wisconsin, Virginia, Kansas. That is very annoying to me. Oh my God. So annoying to me. I don't know where the one electoral. Let's see. I think it was Nebraska. The one of the. Let's go. Let's go. Now I'm cautiously giddy and optimistic. Very cautious. We've had to endure 7 years, 8 years of the most apoplectic, hysterical, maniacal, absurd meltdown of epic proportions. I've lost like 10, 12 friends. Still love them. Beautiful people, amazing people. They might not, you know, they've disowned me for some reason. Oh, I know why. Because I voted Trump. It was the worst sin known to humanity. Trump! I can't be your friend anymore. You're voting Trump? He's just like the authoritarians and despots. No, he signed prison reform, genius. And he brought Americans home from never-ending military conflict. I don't really know if that's what. Oh, look at 32 million. He's got the popular. Oh, but then California. Ugh. He has the popular vote right now. And that's with New York, but they'll probably. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. If he gets close to the let's say like she wins by like 100 votes. She wins by like 100,000 votes. Like we still got the popular vote. Yeah, you have everybody from Bruce Springsteen to every Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert have devoted their entire lives and souls to disparaging Trump every single day of their existence, and still he'll regain the Oval Office. Like you had a machine that made it not only a daily, an hourly activity to shove as much manure on Trump's name as possible, and still, he'll do it again. Wisconsin, she came back. Oh well. Virginia, though, he's looking pretty good. Michigan, he's within striking distance, but actually he's within striking distance now in Pennsylvania. It's actually not that, he's not that far off in Pennsylvania. He's within striking distance in Michigan. Wisconsin, he's still competitive, so it might go back to the red. Okay, Kansas. Thank you, Kansas. If anything, whatever happens, as long as Kansas goes red, I'll be happy. As long as the sky is blue and so Kansas going red. Okay, good. Georgia, very good. Very, very good. Let's see. 76%. Virginia, still doing well. Still doing well in Virginia. North Carolina. So, I mean, Utah, he'll get Nevada. I think he'll get Nevada also. I really do. So let's see here. All right, let's see this. Let's go, Trump. 178.99. Again, he's not running against Harris. He's running against a machine, an absolute monstrosity of a machine. Yes. 44,000 up. 110,000 up. What, around 200, about 100 plus thousand, 125,000 up. So, Wisconsin still, I mean, competitive. Michigan, still competitive in Michigan. 13% of the vote. So, they very likely started off with the mail-ins and with urban areas. So, let's refresh the page again. All right. Listen, I'm just as excited as you. You're watching right now. I am. The future of the country is at stake. See, this is the difference between a vote for Trump and a vote for Harris. You vote for Harris, you know inflation is high. You know there are invasions. You know interest rates have doubled. Or sorry, mortgage rates have doubled. You know the economy, jobs report, all of that is bad. You know they flood the country full of strategic petroleum reserves. You know their energy policies are terrible. I mean, absolutely horrible. You know their foreign policy, who knows what it is. It stinks. But if you're voting Democrat, you're doing so because of an obligation to an ideology. You think it's moral, but you know the road to, you know where is paved with good intentions. You think it's a moral, just, wonderful thing. You're a good person. You're a good, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat. All the experts are siding with you. But the reality is inflation is too high. Interest rates are far too high. Mortgage rates have doubled. We had record low poverty with Trump, record highs in household median income. Trump's a very good president. The way you judge a president is not what he tweets. It's the economy that he presides over. And it's his foreign policy. So, all right, let's go ahead. And that, if you judge Trump through traditional standards of how you would judge a presidency, he's far superior to any opponent or any competitor. All right. Wow. Still up 40 plus thousand in Virginia. That's, you know what? A lot of those school district, a lot of those things that took place in Virginia, that was an epicenter of Robert, thank you. That was an epicenter of a whole lot of cultural heated debates, Virginia. And I think Democrats, what they did was they alienated a lot of people. Okay, so Wisconsin, he's still very competitive. He's only 15. He was up. He's only 15,000, now 14,000. So yeah, Michigan, he's still within striking distance. Pennsylvania, whoa! Uh-oh! Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second, people. Now I'm speaking just like the fantasy football. No, I was watching the Kansas City Chiefs. I played my cousin last night in fantasy football, and I was in the car and I was watching one of the Chiefs Buccaneers live stream, and they're like, "Chiefs, let's go! Get those W's, Chiefs!" So now I'm like, Pennsylvania! Oh my God! Am I seeing this? Are you watching what I'm watching? Ah, it looked better a second ago. It looked better a second ago. Wait a second. Let's see here. Ah, it looked better a second ago. But he's still within striking distance. He was down like 300,000 in Pennsylvania. Kansas! Finally! All is right with the world. I don't live in like bizarro world. Okay. Virginia. Wow, he's increased. I believe he's increased his lead. Nice. He's running away in North Carolina, running away in Georgia. Yes. Oh, please. Lord. Yeah, I don't see him losing Iowa. I don't see him losing Missouri either. That's bizarre. I think what the Democrats were able to do, I'm just speculating, is that exactly Missouri gonna let Kansas show you up? Exactly. I think I think what happened is okay, so Pennsylvania, I mean he's 32% of the vote in and he's cut that he could very well be up in about 25, 30 minutes. He gets Virginia, folks, and Wisconsin, 1% of the vote in, he's up three. Oh no, Minnesota. Tim Walz. Oh, I've been a knucklehead. I love when like Democrats try to this self-reflection to try to evade. They're like, Trump lies so much. Oh, I've been a knucklehead. I, I really thought I was in a country during a major historic protest, but I wasn't. And then, you watching probably have, I should say, there has been an issue with claims that Waltz has made pertaining to stolen valor. But these are allegations. Well, no, you can listen to his words, actually. Well, let's see. We have 58% of the vote in. He's up by about 50,000 in Virginia. Wisconsin, 24% of the vote in. Wow. He's only down 8,000. He gets Wisconsin and Virginia. We can, you can pretty much you'll know tonight. Notice how I'm being as algorithmically friendly as possible. You get Wisconsin and Virginia. He shouldn't even be competitive. Do you think Mittens Romney, I think his stage name is Pierre Delecto. You think Mittens Romney or Liz Cheney? Liz Cheney lost by 40 points in Wyoming. They don't even like Liz Cheney in Wyoming. And she's like, Trump is a really bad person. Meanwhile, Darth Vader is a nicer individual than her father. Who, again, with Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld, they completely not only destroyed the Republican Party, which was fine. That old Republican Party I wouldn't vote for, even though I'm conservative on most things now. Russell, I hope so. If it's called tonight, we're going to have a celebration at like 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, 3 in the, 2. I won't even sleep. I'll just be so happy. I don't sleep anyway. I have like insomnia, but I'll just be so happy. All right, let's go. Let's do this. By the way, watching the Chiefs It's just if it's I don't want to get into football now. Okay. North Carolina, he is Georgia. Yeah, they should in probably a half hour. North Carolina, probably a half hour, less than that. Virginia, wow. He's up 48, almost 50,000 now. Wow. Wow. Pennsylvania, 75,000. He was down by was he not down by 300,000 votes? I mean, let me know if, was that not the case? People, help me out. Help me to my chat. S23, thank you. That's right, Dan. Harriet Hagman, yeah, defeated her big time. Um, sleep it off. Patrick, hello. Waiter, there's a fly in my soup. Um, Virginia. Wow. Okay. Still up. 60% of the votes. He's up by 43,000. 42,000. Wisconsin. He's back up in Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens when you watch Monday Night Football on YouTube with the live streams. Put those W's in the chat. Wisconsin, Minnesota. I love that. He's such a salt of the earth person, Walsh. He's a good person. Vote if Tim Walsh likes Harris. I mean, Jimmy Stewart would like Harris, and so would you. He's a good salt of the earth person. Ah, now Wisconsin's back. No, by 2,000. She's up by 2,000. Come on, Packers fans. Michigan still within striking. Well, this man could take Virginia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and then for Senate is just a tsunami of political. It's like a political, gene, exactly. Missouri, Kansas. Yeah, that would be annoying. Imagine it comes down to Kansas. Imagine it comes down to Kansas, and then Kansas destroys everything. Why, Kansas? Why? Why did you do that? But thankfully, everything's fine. Come on, Wisconsin. Ah, she pulled ahead again. Dang it. Now he's within 100,000. He's what, 93,000? Let's look at. Let's look at. Okay. So hold on 1 second. Let's go back. Okay, so we still have a number of counties. If you live in Pennsylvania, give me your your prediction here. We have a number of counties, most of the states red. All right, so Dan, thank you. Virginia, still up. Actually, he's keeping that lead. Wow, Wisconsin, razor close. I mean, I just don't think, I think Nevada, Gene, thank you. Let's hope. I mean, the good thing now, see, here's the thing. If you have North Carolina and you have Georgia and you have Arizona, and he's up big in Arizona every poll. All right. 36, 36 million to 32 million. But then California, California, Oregon, Washington, but you have Arizona. Let's see here. Minnesota, he's Can you imagine if Tim Walz loses his state? That would be hilarious. Michigan. So she just pulled up. But I mean, the fact that this is competitive is very good for Trump. Very good for Trump. So let's refresh again. 188.99. Let's go. You're seeing a shift. I mean, Trump will win. It's just a matter of, I think it's going to be quite decisive, but Kamala Harris is the new Mitt Romney. She's the new Mittens Romney. Mitt Romney and Harris both share a very dubious honor, which is they are the candidate that helped alter their respective parties forever. So after Mitt Romney, you're never going to have a good, normal, decent Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republican that starts endless wars, but media loves. You're never going to have that type of person. It's going to be a more populist Republican, which is a very good thing. Less war, less militancy, less quagmires, which is hilarious because the same historians are like, Trump is a madman, authoritarian. Do they not know that authoritarians actually start endless military conflicts? Unlike Trump, who didn't. Like his predecessors, both the Democrat and Republican. Wow. He's within striking distance in Pennsylvania. Wow. I mean, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this just like you are. As I am as interested in all of this. I'm interested in all of this just like you are. I mean, I'm looking at this from the vantage point of this, the future of our country is at stake. For Trump voters, the future of the country is at stake. For Democrats, the future of their ideology is at stake. If you vote, Wisconsin's back. It's back, Trump, baby. And I'm just acting like the football live streams. The fact that, you know what? Let's look at Wisconsin. Let's look. I don't even want to look at the counties. I'm just Virginia, 60%. Wow. I think he's increasing his lead. I do. Well, let's say 53, 54. Yeah, you know what? folks, they're going to probably call in about a half an hour the great state of Georgia and the great state of North Carolina. Probably in about a half an hour. Donald Trump wins Missouri! Take that, Kansas. I don't get it. You're in the heartland of the country and I really like the inflation. It's really good. This inflation? I just don't like Trump's personality, honestly. I'll vote for higher inflation and higher interest rates. You know what? Don't tell your friends and vote Trump. It's just better for the world, better for your pocketbook, better for the economy, better for the foreign policy. America was stronger, both in terms of the economy and foreign policy on the world stage with Trump. The diplomats laughed at Trump. The diplomats did not laugh when Biden or his advisors took over and all of these terrible things took place. Suddenly, the diplomats started laughing. Stopped laughing. Okay, come on. I actually don't truly enjoy this, the possibility the mere possibility that Tim Walz would be anywhere near the White House, anywhere near the Oval Office. That would be, can you imagine Trump? He lost Michigan, he lost Minnesota. I can't, if I do a Trump, it hurts my voice. Can you imagine the True Social if Tim Walz loses Minnesota? He lost Minnesota. She picked the only person who can lose Minnesota. Wow, look at that. 10,000 up. And he's competitive in Michigan. And he's competitive. Oh my God, he might be up soon in Pennsylvania. That's what I'm talking about. That's why Fetterman Fetterman knows Pennsylvania, okay? I actually respect his stances lately on a lot of things. But that's why he became more conservative, Fetterman did, because he saw the writing was on the wall. The political winds changed. Democrats, the pundits don't believe in anything. They like the experts because the experts... Isn't that not disrespect? I don't say this in a disrespectful tone. The average Democrat will believe anything as long as experts they care about say, hey, do this. This is right. But then they don't, like the Supreme Court, terrible, Trump, in Trump's pocket. They love appeals to authority as long as the individuals in authority side with whatever viewpoint they think is good. Then they like the appeal to authority. Pennsylvania's red! Pennsylvania's red! Oh my God. I'm so happy. I watched that Chiefs live stream last night. Wisconsin's red! Minnesota's red! Michigan's going to be red soon, hopefully. 198! We're almost there! I'm about to cry! Oh! I'm about to cry. Tears of happiness. Let's go, Trump! Wow. 198! Minnesota's currently red. Wisconsin's currently red. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania's currently red. Wow, he's up in Pennsylvania. You were right, Gene. I believe it's Gene. I think you were right. Trump, 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 Trump. Wow. He gets Virginia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and see Michigan. He's within striking distance. You know what? I'm going to cry tears of joy. We'll get this. We'll get this. We'll get this in about 3-4 hours. We'll find out about 3-4 hours. Wow. All of those, and yep, still, hey, listen, you happen to stumble upon this live stream. Hey, I know that person. I used to be like, close friends with him. I still love you. I lost 10 to 12 lifelong friends because of this sin of voting Trump. I'm so sorry. I wanted a good economy and a great foreign policy. So sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And now we have a 2-term regain. The orange menace has regained the will very soon. And the question is, why would you disown friends and family for a 2-term president? Oh, that's right. Because you think that Robert De Niro and Jimmy Kimmel and CNN and the Washington Post really know politics. But I still love you. If you happen to stumble upon this and you disown me, I still love you. I don't know why you disown me, but that's fine. That's just fine. That's just fine. Sometimes it's actually better to know the intentions of people close to you. It's actually better to know. Pennsylvania's back. Oh, it's only 10,000. I'm not worried now. If you're in Pennsylvania, this is a good sign, right? Wisconsin still Trump. Wow. Virginia, 51,000. Oh, yeah. North Carolina. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Georgia. Polls closing in Nevada. According to the Associated Press 28 seconds ago. That's right, Russell, close to the touchdown. You know what? I'm not joking. I mean, they still would have lost with Biden. Biden would have made it closer. They should have kept up their charade that Biden was like perfectly fine and wonderful. This is what they do. They say, don't trust your lying eyes. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that our beloved President Biden, a good human being, even Lindsey Graham was crying and saying how much of a good person he was. How dare you insinuate that he's one fry short of a happy meal? That the lights are on but nobody's home. How dare you? Oh, what's that? One debate? Out. Harrison. These are the same people that cheated Bernie Sanders. Which I'm the only one bringing up now. You can actually see my first video on this channel where I explain why I like Bernie Sanders. And most of the reasons apply to Trump in 2024. Go and check out that video. Pennsylvania's back! Back red, baby! I love it! I love it! I say this with all due respect. There's a wonderful, 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 intelligent, brilliant professor. And also an equally awesome statistician. Both of whom said they're in their keys and models that Harris not only had the edge. One person said Harris is going to win for sure. The other person said, by a slightest of margins, Harris. So I don't want to hear it about the experts. Watch this channel. I've been telling you for 4 years. I have no model. I don't even have a model airplane. I don't no models, no nothing. I've been telling you. Use basic logic and reason. Basic logic and reason. Why are you voting for Harris? You like inflation? You like invasions? What? Why? You don't like Trump's personality? I don't care. I don't care how I don't care how the personality of a pilot or of a surgeon or of a financial advisor or of a limousine driver. I don't care about the person's personality. I want them to drive well, fly well. I want them to do their job in terms of a surgeon. I want them to lead the country. Trump leads a great economy, great foreign policy. Don't talk about his personality. He has a better personality than Biden or even President Obama. Again, he did not destroy a country. He's still up in Pennsylvania. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. And he's still up in Virginia. I'm going to cry. 8 years I had to listen to this the most apoplectic. We had to suffer through 8 years of jokes that weren't funny, of writing that wasn't good, of hysteria, of Trump was a Kremlin operative. Blah. We had to suffer through 8 years of very intelligent people saying and doing the most absurd things because they didn't want to cede control. It was never about Trump's personality, his words, his quotes, his echoing this. It was about power. They didn't want to relinquish power. And you know what? You lose Virginia and Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Could you? I just want the Truth Social. Please, Trump, give us a good Truth Social about Waltz. Oh, I just was a knucklehead. Why were you in Hong Kong during Tiananmen Square? Nah, well, I told you I misspoke. But Trump is the real problem. He lies all the time. But you lied about where you were. You also lied about actually going to combat. Oh, I'm just a bad person. I don't know. 198, 109. Okay. It really doesn't matter. She could be at one. Well, what would it be? He just needs to get 270. That's all. He gets Pennsylvania. Wow. He's up 40,000 in Pennsylvania. Wow. Stephanie, I agree. Love trucks, I agree. Kansas is red. Finally. Virginia. Okay, like I said, North Carolina, Georgia, you're looking at, wow. It's actually getting it's still good. Still good. Pennsylvania, he's up by 40,000, 45,000. Wow. Wow. Wisconsin. Wow. Wisconsin, he's up 41%. He's up by what, 32,000? I would look, because I have so many thumbnails that I just made, like, because I know he's going to win. So it's like, it'd be nice to. Wow. This is history in the making, ladies and gentlemen. This is history in the making. Philip, thank you. Nunya, hello. Gene on this live stream called it an hour ago. He's like, don't worry. Whoa, look at this. He's pulling ahead. Nice. Oregon's red. That's hilarious. Well, that won't stay red for long, but if you look at Oregon or California is mostly red, by the way. The counties are mostly red. Just you have the cities that are very, very blue. Wow. 40,000 up after being down, 300,000? This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. And of course, you'll hear, we won't know until next month. Sorry, you have to be patient. It's called democracy. Henry Mann, thanks God Presser for Pennsylvania. Yes. Then Henry, thank you. Michigan's close. Michigan is close. Very close. Thing is, Harris didn't make even a primary. I was a lifelong Democrat. I understand that why have, if you're a Democrat and you stumble upon this live stream, why have a convention? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why have a convention? Why have a convention? Why even have a convention? I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Let's do this. That's right. Love the Amish. Love saving this country. Love the Amish in Pennsylvania. Wisconsin's back by 2,000 points. Harris. 2,000 people. All right, let's do this. Let's keep doing this. Things look good, ladies and gentlemen. They look real good. They look really, really, really good. Virginia has really been a bright spot here. 30,000 up. It's really been a bright spot. Michigan, still close, within striking distance. Wisconsin, 2,000 point difference. But you're looking at Trump annihilating two political machines. The man is an enormous part of U.S. history. School kids will be studying about Trump 200 years from now. They're not going to know what Jimmy Kimmel or Robert De Niro said about Trump. They're not going to care. They're going to talk about how he completely reshaped two political parties because both political parties were equally as corrupt as the other. The Democratic Party, the modern Democratic Party is just as corrupt as the old Republican Party or the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republican Party. And Trump demolished both of them. All right, so Michigan, he's still competitive in Michigan. Wisconsin, Minnesota, that's hilarious. That's very amusing. I need him. I need Trump to get Minnesota just for the Truth Social. Mitch. Exactly, Mitch. Thank you. Robert. Thank you, Robert. Greatly appreciated. Mitch and Robert, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do this. Let's see this. All right, let's refresh. The Associated Press has a fantastic. Come on. All right. Pennsylvania. He's up. Like I said, you have North Carolina, Georgia. Their response to Helene was not good. He's back in Wisconsin. Yes. Yes. And he's within striking distance in Michigan. Come on, Michigan. That's bizarre to me. Come on, Michigan. I mean, he's so close in Michigan, and it's only 19 points, 19% counted. So I need him to get Michigan just so you can hear Michael Moore try to explain it. You have so many Democrats who think they have the pulse of the average American. It's so not the case. Virginia, come on, Virginia. Keep that lead. Spider-Man, hello. Mitch, hello. Um, Thank you to my super chat today. Thank you. We are almost at the 15 that I needed. Thank you, everybody. "16 minutes ago, he won Utah, Montana. I think he'll get Nevada easy. And he's up in Wisconsin, 46%. Up in Pennsylvania, I love it. Yes! Approaching what? 80,000 up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go, Virginia. She's see, okay. This is what bothers me. Other candidates, 32,000. Like, I don't. That bothers me. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I really hope he wins Virginia, and I really hope he wins Wisconsin. The fact that he is competitive in Wisconsin and Virginia is a huge thing. Huge thing. $109.98, 198. Oh, wait, Canadian, thank you. Thank you. Wait, Canadian, thank you. Thank you so much. Away Canadian, thank you very, very much. All right, let's go ahead and refresh. So he's up by a good deal in Pennsylvania. Of course, that'll take a couple of days. We know how that goes. Wisconsin up by what, 11, 12,000? Minnesota. That's a pretty good lead after 3%. That would be so awesome if he loses Minnesota. That'd be so amazing. If Waltz loses Minnesota. Ah, oh, Virginia went blue. No. That stinks. That bothers me. Ah. 67% of the votes, 14,000 down, but it's still competitive. So Virginia was not even supposed to be competitive at all. He was supposed to lose Virginia. Wisconsin, 12,000 up, so that's good. 67%, it's still close, very close. So, she probably just got a very important county, a Democratic run county. He's only down 15 he still has 33% of the votes left. So, he was up the whole time. So, it's very likely he'll regain. Pennsylvania, looking at close to 100,000. And now he's over 100,000 up in Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, 13,000 up in Wisconsin. He's up by 20,000 in Minnesota, so. But he'll probably. Look, there's a good chance he loses Minnesota, but he shouldn't even be competitive. Things are looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Very good. I'd rather be Trump than Harris right now, for sure. For sure. So, rather be Trump. Like I said, I mean, the fact that he is he doesn't need Pennsylvania. He doesn't need Virginia if he gets Wisconsin or Minnesota or Pennsylvania. So he's up in Pennsylvania. He's up in Wisconsin, Michigan. I mean, Michigan. He's only 16,000. Michigan. He's probably going to be up in what, a half hour. So let's refresh again. Let's go ahead and look at this now. Wisconsin up by what? 26,000? Ah, now he's only up by 12. Dang it. He's still up, though. That's good. Pennsylvania up by a lot. About 110,000. Down 16,000 in Virginia, but that just happened. And again, she's supposed to get Virginia. Wasn't really supposed to be close. Kelly, thank you. He's about to overtake Harris in Michigan, people. I'm going to do a huge Michigan when that happens. I find Minnesota, it's probably going to go blue any second now, but I find it very amusing. All right, let's go. All right, he's only 10,000, about 10,000 down now. So, Alex, hello. Let's go, Michigan. 9 down. Let's go. I just want Virginia. I would love to get Virginia. I would love to get Virginia. About 12,000 down in Virginia. I would love, love, love to get Virginia. See, here's the thing. It comes down to North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona. Then you can just enjoy yourself or whatever, however you feel regarding looking at the numbers in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia. If we don't have Georgia and North Carolina, Arizona, these are traditionally red states. Okay? And Arizona right here. Oh my God. 49% of the vote counted. He's down by 3. See, again, that's bizarre. That's very bizarre. It's just so bizarre how you have, I mean, this is a border state, red state. It's just so bizarre. The machine is strong. That he defeats that machine this in 24, the machine will never be the same. It'll just never be the same. 9,000 down in Michigan. Come on, Trump, let's go. 15,000 in Wisconsin. 16,000. Come on, Trump. I think that he has to pull away soon in Arizona. He has to be pulling away soon. He was up in pretty much every poll. Down 3,000. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think, for me, I don't think it's even a toss up, but so many people are so indoctrinated. It's just so many people are indoctrinated. They used to, there's an arrogance when like Democratic pundits, you see like when they're debating a Republican, they'll try with a gotcha, and it's like at the end of the day, the sane and rational position is voting your pocketbook, voting what's best for the country in terms of foreign policy, limiting wars, trying to end military quagmires, trying to make the economy better. 6,000 away in Michigan. 6,000 away. Anxiety pools for Harris supporters at Detroit. Arizona's back in red. Let's go. 4,000 up. Ugh. The old Republican Party has done so much to try to derail Trump. It's just unbelievable. All right, Michigan, 4,000 points down, ladies and gentlemen. 4,000 points down. I mean, 4,000 votes, people down. Michigan. All right, let's go. Come on. Now what? 3,000. Wisconsin. 23,000. Minnesota. He's beating Knucklehead in Minnesota. Virginia. 9,000 away in Virginia. I hope so. I hope so. I'm not going to say anything till. I can't imagine with the border policy that Arizona would go Harris. I can't imagine that. Let's go for sure. Let's do this. 4,000 away in Michigan. 110,000 up in Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, let's see. 23,000 up in Wisconsin. See, the fact that it's so close, it's, you know. And again, ladies and gentlemen, he ain't supposed to be here. We'll leave it at that. He ain't supposed to be here. We'll leave it at that. We will leave it at that, and whatever, philosophically or politically that entails. Come on, let's go. Keep Arizona. Keep Wisconsin. Come back in. You got only 8,000 in Virginia. Come on. Iowa, yes. So you're doing very well. I mean, considering every single second of the day. It was. The Trump Rogan episode was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And also Patrick Bet David, Theo Vaughn. So many. I mean, Harris didn't do those. Harris didn't. Look, it's a machine. Michigan's red! Michigan just became red. 1,000 up. Let's go! Let's go! Love it. I love it. I love it. The endless hours of trying to disparage Trump only led to. He's the Obi-Wan Kenobi of politics. He is the Obi-Wan Kenobi of politics. The more you try to hurt him, the stronger he becomes. Wow. 4,000 up. Let's go. You could have Virginia. Making it that close in Virginia, I take it back. They would have lost just as badly with Biden. All right. I mean, come on. You got 50%. He's up by 1,000 in Arizona, but you need Arizona. You need Arizona. Nice. Wisconsin, about 20,000, 21,000. Minnesota, still. I mean, now it's just a matter of calling certain states. I mean, this is pretty amazing. Well, Michigan's back 2000. It's going to go back and forth, but the fact that he's in good shape to win Michigan, um, hopefully he comes back in Virginia. This is really interesting. I mean, let's refresh it again. He's doing very well. He's doing very, very well. And it's not like there's a machine, a political machine in certain red states, Arizona, one of them, where the Republicans there have a problem with Trump. A lot of the Arizona Republicans for years have made it very difficult for Republicans to win the state. So it's a red state. It's like the majority of the people in Arizona don't like Biden's economic policy, his immigration policy. The majority of the people. So I just don't understand how it's even close, but they have such a machine. Like the major papers there despise Trump. That's the thing. I mean, media has done a number. You've never seen that number that they did against Trump. And still, Michigan's back. Michigan is back. Was it blue or it's back now. I don't even know anymore. I will slow it down. Nice, 11,000 up. Ah, it's a 19,000. Ah, so he's got she's moving up in Virginia. Dang it. He wasn't even supposed to be competitive, so he's doing very, very good in Wisconsin. Wow. Wow. Whoa. He's up about what? 30,000 in Wisconsin with 55, and that's again not supposed to be competitive. Michigan, he's up 11,000. Minnesota, nice. I mean, he is running away. It's only 5% of votes, but he's doing very well. Wow. Doing very well. $204, $112. Let's go. Let's go. $204, $112. Oh my God! Please, 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 please. See, you want if you are voting Trump, you want what's best for the country. Categorically, objectively, you're not like forget Democrat, blue, red, Republican, forget conservative, liberal. Is inflation up? Yes. Are interest rates through the roof? Yes. Have mortgage rates doubled? Yes. Are there invasions that didn't happen 7 years, 6 years ago? Yes. Okay, you vote Trump. End of story. This is not 210. Let's go. 61. We just need 61 electoral college. That's it. And we have this tonight, baby. That's it. God bless America. Oh my goodness. And thank you for being with me for so long. I mean, I have to be honest, the past year, year and a half, about a year, a lot of life changes. Some absolutely amazing, some definitely not amazing. I don't want to get too into it, but thank God there have been a lot of really wonderful things, and then some very difficult things the past year or so for me. So I thank God for everything I have. Thank God for my life and all the good things. And I haven't really been uh, focusing like I usually do the past 6 years, 7 years on this channel. But we'll get to 300,000 soon. I mean, especially with Trump in office, it's going to be awesome. 210, 210, let's go. I think special counsels immediately. I think they'll run these special counsels immediately. S23, thank you. S23, Mika, hello. All right, let's do this one more time. Come on. He's sweeping the Rust Belt. Yes. Knucklehead is losing Minnesota. Look at that. Wow, Trump. Oh my, oh my God. I don't know if Walsh was very popular to begin with. He's not good on a national stage. I actually saw him in a debate. I was like, who is this guy? I wanted to see him in like one of those county debate things. It was in like a town in Minnesota, and he was within his element there. There were a lot of liberals there who didn't feel the brunt of inflation yet and high interest rates. And he was debating the Republican, who was actually very intelligent also. Well, I shouldn't say also, but very intelligent. Waltz is like a good performance. He's a very good like actor. They chose him because of the hilarious optics that Democrats take so seriously. So Michigan, yes, let's go. Come on, Michigan. Wisconsin. Oh wow. Oh wow. So about 25,000 in Wisconsin. Minnesota, he's doing quite well. 110,000 in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I would like to get Virginia, but I'm not going to be greedy. I don't need to be greedy. Trump gets Iowa. Trump gets Kansas. 210. Come on, 61 more. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, I'm going to do. I can't. Oh my God, it's going to be so. I can't believe you would vote for Trump. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, wonderful, wealthy, liberal Democrat, amazing, intelligent person. I want a better economy. I'm so sorry that I want a better economy. Oh my God, so terrible, so horrible. Oh my God. If you're wealthy, you don't care. You'll vote Harris or indoctrinated, thinking that, you're voting for a morally superior person or a better human being, whatever. It's like Trump is a much better human being than his predecessors. He did not destroy a country. Did his predecessors destroy countries? Yes or no? Answer the question. With failed interventions. Okay. So I judge a person's character and their morality by whether or not they destroyed a country with a failed foreign policy. And you could say, well, that's different. That's just a part of this job. I'm sorry. If part of your job is making mistakes that entail failed interventions, sorry. President Obama's biggest mistake, according to him, he stated this to Chris Wallace on Fox News like 8 years ago. He said, well, my biggest mistake was Libya. Okay, Trump, his biggest mistake was not intervening in that country and destroying the country. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Michigan. About 20,000. Wisconsin. Nice. About 26,000. Ah, Minnesota. Ah, I just want the Truth Social. Please give me a good Truth Social. Harris picked the only person who could have lost to Minnesota, Waltz, the maniac. Okay, let's go. I mean, it's a machine. So look at the Senate, 48-37, 142-94, 26-22 governor, 142-94 House, 48. And we're not even, we'll get into the mid 50s. We're not even done I mean, the Senate is a whole other live stream. He is a comedian, LS23. He's such a good comedian. He's such a good comedian. He's like a better comedian than like a lot of modern comedians. All right, let's refresh this. Come on. Let's go. Let's get the next 4 years started so we don't have to deal with the nonsense. 210! 210! Let's go. Oh, he had 210, right? Okay. Oh, he's up 3 now in Arizona. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, Pennsylvania up 127. Michigan up 30,000 in Michigan. Yes. Yes. I like it. Wisconsin up 27,000 with 56. Nice. Minnesota. Wow. Look at that. He is kicking you know what in Minnesota. Well, I guess Tab Walsh didn't do the job. He's a good salt of the earth person. He lies infinitely more than Trump ever did, but that's okay. He's a good Democrat. Yes. $70 that. Wow. Wow. So Trump was right. He was like, yeah, I'm going to sweep the Rust Belt. Great Lakes and wow. That's right. I think the Amish really did something great for the country, really wonderful for the country. God bless the Amish. 40,000 now in Michigan. Wow. I love it. I love it. Virginia. It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Trump was close. He was up. It was nice. It was a nice feeling. Of course, Kansas at one point ruined it, but thank God they did the right thing. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. You know what? The Kansas Republican Party is awesome. Wow. Wow. 31,000. 25,000 up in Michigan. No, 50. Wow, 55,000. Wow, look at that, people. Look at that. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 26%, 55,000 up. About 100 and what? 110, 115,000, no, 114,000. So, yeah, I mean, he's doing remarkably well. Remarkably well. Dave, hello. Nevada, Trump will get. I think Nevada will get. Trump will get Nevada. I mean, I just, this is a testament to Trump is a walking, breathing personification of Americana. He is a billionaire. And no, he's never really been embroiled in any major financial scandals. If he went bankrupt, okay, so what? You can go bankrupt, and you can rebuild, your business. That's fine. People do that. People have done that throughout the country. You rebuild, and they say, "Oh, he doesn't." I heard today he doesn't pay his contractors. Well, he can get a loan anywhere he wants to. $1 billion loan he got a couple years ago. $1 billion. Can you get $1 billion loan if you name me a Well, Bloomberg could probably get $1 billion loan, but most Democratic politicians cannot. Almost all of them cannot get $1 billion loan. Trump can. So spare me the nonsense that he's not a good business person or businessman. It's just they have to create this. They think they're cutting him down to size, but they're making him actually stronger because they lie so much and they lie by omission so much. 56,000 now. Wow. Increasing the lead. Looking good. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Tabitha. It does. It does. It does. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tabitha. You're right. Oh, I love this. I mean, we're sitting pretty now. We just, I mean, you can lose Arizona, which he won't, but you can, wow, Minnesota. Look at Minnesota, people. I said, did I not say? People who remember the live streams that I've done past year, I said, look at Minnesota. And Trump was close in Minnesota. Tim Walz was not good on the national stage. I don't know why they picked Tim Walz, but he was not good. He was not good on the national stage. Maybe they knew that they were so deep underwater in Minnesota that they just said, you know what, get the governor. And so, but wow, 75,000 down. Wisconsin, what, 35,000 down. Michigan, wow, almost 60,000. Wow. Wow. Pennsylvania, Trump keeps going, 110,000 up. Yeah. North Carolina, doing very well. So yeah, I mean, it's you know, at the very least, see, here's the thing. Here's why he pretty much has it. He doesn't need Virginia. He never needed Virginia. He needs Arizona. Okay, he'll get Arizona, but he gets Nevada, and I think he'll get him. But even if she gets Nevada, if he gets Pennsylvania or Michigan, he's won. He just needs one of those states. He just needs one of those states. So I mean, yeah, it's this is a testament, ladies and gentlemen, to how remarkable Trump is as a human being. For those of you who stumble upon this and say, well, Trump is a terrible human being. No, he's actually a very good human being. Look at what he did in terms of the economy. People were doing better under Trump. The world was safer. There were less wars. You judge a human being by their actions, not by their words, not by the apoplectic media coverage. You know, Trump insults people, fine. Democrats have an endless supply of journalists who will insult through ridiculous, absurd, disingenuous, deceitful, nefarious hit pieces. What they do is they write hit pieces, and they will serve as little semantic mercenaries for the Democratic Party. And so the average person who doesn't really, know like that much or not really into politics will say, well, Trump insults people. Yeah. And the Washington Post and New York Times and MSNBC and CNN and the Atlantic and pretty much every major newspaper in a swing state, what they'll do is they'll have a team of journalists, investigative journalists. They will only investigate Trump. They will never investigate Hunter's or Joe's laptop or anything like that. They will never do any investigation. Where was the last investigative journalism within the New York Times or Washington Post about Biden's numerous issues? His classified data fiasco, worse than anything they leveled against Trump, who had the power to declassify as president. Biden did not. He did not have the power to declassify. Neither did Clinton. But anyway, that's another story. Michigan, let's do this again. Let's do this again, people. Hit subscribe. If you're here, you're new, hit subscribe to this channel. I've been telling you, ladies and gentlemen, for 4 years, Trump is going to regain the Oval Office. Wow, look at this, Minnesota. Wow. See Arizona again real quick. I love how, like, with Arizona, it just doesn't move. I love that. Nothing to see here. Minnesota. Wow. Look at that. 80,000 up. That's why they picked Walz. That's why. That's interesting. Maybe they said we're so far down, we need somebody from Minnesota. I don't know. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Almost 50,000. Wow. Wisconsin, Michigan. Wow. I love it. I love it. 40, 64, 66,000 up. I love it. 120. Love it. What can I tell you? I love it. What can I tell you? All right. Well, I mean, like I said, it's Georgia and North Carolina. That's, you know. All right, let's see. Let's just 214. Trump wins Idaho, gets Washington. Oh, DC. 214, 179. He is increasing his lead in Pennsylvania. He's increasing his lead in Michigan. He's increasing his lead in Wisconsin. He's increasing his lead in Minnesota. Oh my God, he's a Kremlin operator. Oh, that's right. You lied about that. You lied through your teeth, and that's why he's up. You can only lie so much. They say Trump lies. Nobody lies more than the machine up against Trump that just fabricated pretty much the Steele dossier. We can go on, oh, both sides. He never said that. He never said any of that. He literally said they should be condemned. We can go on forever. Um, oh yeah. Oh yeah, they should be sweating. Imagine also like if you're a like liberal democratic pundit, like you devote your entire life, to disparaging Trump, and at the end of the day, like he just becomes a two-term president. 60% of the vote in Wisconsin. Trump is up by what, 40? Wow, 48,000? Oh my God. Oh my God. 60% of the vote, he's up by 48,000? Wow. Wow. There is a really wonderful uh, Ron Johnson is a really awesome senator. Like, seriously, an awesome senator. So, you're talking about a state that does have a lot of conservatives or just people who want a better country. Wisconsin up. Trump is up big, big. This is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. This is truly phenomenal. He's got 51 million votes to her 45, but then, of course, California is still ongoing. This is really amazing. This is really amazing. Really amazing. Yeah, he's in the 179 214, but he's in the driver's seat. So I think what California was called. So it took about 2 seconds. It's still, hey, listen, you got California, you're still 179, 214, and Trump is up. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Yeah, and then of course everything froze. It's frozen in time in Arizona. Gee, that's nothing to see there. Minnesota, he's like this. Like Trump is like running away with it now. He's about 100,000. He's almost 100,000 up. He's almost 100,000 up in Minnesota, and that's a nice 10 electoral. Wisconsin 10 electoral, and Wisconsin he's just getting stronger. He's 56,000 up with 62%. Michigan is running away with it. 80,000 up with 29%. And I mean, he was down for a long time in Michigan. He was down for a long time in Michigan. Pennsylvania up by a good 85,000 or so. No, sorry. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking real good. So, let's see. You get 1632. So hopefully that's 246 soon. And you need 24. You get 2 of these, you're good. And Nevada, and you're good. And you have it. I mean, I could be wrong. We could know pretty much tonight. I could be wrong. Wow. This is history, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be here with you. Novell, hello. I'm honored to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful, beautiful Blake. Okay, Dems in the big talk of peaceful. I know. Blake, I know. I agree with you. I agree. And it's not just, it's the Senate also. The Senate also. Blake, I mean, the Senate is a big, big, big equation here. So, I mean, she's at 179 and down in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. I was going to call it Michigan. I'm so out of it now. I drop is up in Michigan. I knew he'd be up. I go. Minnesota and Michigan, which is the empire of Wisconsin and Michigan, the land of Michigan. Minnesota is up. Let's see. Let's refresh it again. So let's see. Robert, thank you. It has been. I appreciate that. Robert, thank you for being here for so long. That's greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, Robert. Thank you. It's been a wild ride, Robert. It has. Thank you so much for being here from the very beginning. All right. All right. Come on. Come on. Let's refresh. You know, the Associated Press, this map is fantastic. I have to give not so much a fan of the fantastic reporting here and there. Sometimes the reporting is a bit biased towards Democrats. But anyway, generally it's very good. But this map is fantastic. Minnesota. Wow, look at that. Trump defeating Knucklehead in Minnesota. Oh, I'm a knucklehead. I told you that. 64,000 up in Wisconsin. Let's go! Let's go! Wow, look, almost 100,000 up in Michigan. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Michigan. Let's go! I know some wonderful, 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 wonderful people in Michigan. Love Michigan. And you know, Lions are doing well. I mean, Lions have a good team. Maria, hello! Oh, wait, Canadian. Loving the vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Russell, hello. Did it. Wow. All right, refresh again. Let's go. Let's refresh again. Not refreshing once, I'm refreshing a number of times. Let's do this. To my viewers in Japan, by the way, I love you. Thank you for watching around the world. Australia, UK, Canada, New Zealand, everywhere around the world. Philippines, I love you. Thank you. Minnesota, Trump is doing very well. Very well. Almost 100,000 up in Minnesota. Wisconsin, about 70,000 up. Michigan, about 90,000. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And he was down like 20, 30,000 in Michigan. Pennsylvania, let's do this! About 160,000 plus. Virginia was nice. It was nice while it lasted. Oh, yeah. Georgia. Oh, yeah. North Carolina. You can add a nice 32 electoral college votes to that. And they're like, we should go for the popular vote. Yeah, you should make, if you want to do away with the electoral college, then Kimmel, Colbert, De Niro, Saturday Night Live, Washington Post, Washington Times. Love the Washington Post. Washington Times. Washington Times is great. Washington Post, New York Times, Atlantic, all of Hollywood, social media algorithms. You have pretty much every single possible advantage in terms of media Democrats have. So you want the popular vote. You don't think the popular vote, you don't think polls, you don't think public opinion is shaped and influenced and pushed a certain direction by media? If we had the media of 25 years ago, Trump would win in a landslide every 4 years. Or, I mean, he would have won in a landslide twice already. If we had a media that was apolitical, that did not overtly just jump in the tank for the Democratic Party, I mean, that's the big thing, that the fuel that drives the engine, that fuels the engine for the Democratic Party is media. But we're in good shape. Paul, thank you so much. Negative. Hello. I'm gonna call Wisconsin and Michigan Wissagan. I'm just gonna call them Wissagan. He's up in Wissagan, people. He's up in Wissagan. He's up big in Wissagan. If I make a name for Minnesota, Michigan, Minwissigan. Yeah. I mean, this you picked Tim Walz. If you not picked Tim Walz, Democrats would have done better. Just actually seeing that man on the national stage is horrendous. J.D. Vance versus Tim Walz was like the '85 Bears versus Jerry Nadler's softball team. It wasn't like, it was like, what? What am I watching here? And that's with all the journalists in the tank. All right, come on now. Give me another update. Oh, you better believe they're going to be like, God, we just can't call it for Trump. What's that, for Harris? Yeah. Yes, it's for Harris. Yeah, yes. But you haven't, but it was like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. All right. 2:30! 2:30! North Carolina! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! 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 I love it. 40 more to go, baby. 40 more to go, baby. Well, 41. No, 270. 40 more to go. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. Trump. You shouldn't have cheated Bernie Sanders. He would have been a terrible, terrible president. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. And I was the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. I urge everyone. We have 1,000 almost, 937 on this live stream. If you're new to this channel, go type in H.A. Goodman, Bernie Sanders, or like the first Bernie Sanders, or whatever. Why I'm voting for Bernie Sanders in like 60 seconds or 90 seconds. I forgot. It was the first video on this channel. I explain exactly why most people would want to vote for Trump. Aside from one issue to do with fracking, which if you banned it, it would, double, triple your gas prices to heat your home. Okay. But the wars, I talked about if you look at the beginning, the first video I ever did about 7-8 years ago. And when I was writing all those articles in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, for Bernie Sanders, I thought Bernie Sanders would be Trump. I thought we'd have record low poverty, and I thought that we'd have a president to remove Americans from never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. That is what Trump did. So it's a direct line from Bernie Sanders to Trump. 2016, 4 years ago, and this Bernie Sanders, he doesn't even acknowledge that the Democratic Party railroaded him. What they did to Biden was even worse. What they did to Bernie Sanders was despicable and diabolical. What they did to Biden was the greatest example, the most overt highway robbery you've ever seen in your life. But then again, they're Democrats. So when they do something like that to Bernie Sanders or Biden, it's just part of this cult or religion. They're supposed to just deal with it. But Trump don't play. Trump don't play. He's not going to deal with anything. He feels wronged, he'll tell you, and that's a good thing. In life, if you feel wronged, you should express, hey, that's not right. You shouldn't say, the Kremlin, I just want you to know that you were helping me, and also you were helping Trump. I love when Bernie Sanders, who, by the way, ignored the fact that Trump presided over record low poverty. We had record highs in household median income that we haven't even reached. In 2019, we had record low poverty, record highs in household median income. Record low in unemployment. And still, Bernie Sanders, Trump is a really big problem. a danger for democracy. You in 2016, Bernie Sanders was completely railroaded, and he didn't even acknowledge it. He just accepted it like a good, left-leaning person that accepts the Democratic Party lying, cheating, doing everything completely in a completely immoral, unethical, despicable manner. But that's like fine. They don't care. It's party politics. Not a big deal. Well, then why have a convention? If you don't have a primary, if you don't have a functioning primary, if you could pick Harris or Clinton or whatever. Now, Clinton won hers, quote unquote, won. But Harris didn't even win a primary. At least with Bernie Sanders, when they cheated Bernie Sanders, at least Hillary Clinton won, quote unquote, the primary. At least she won, quote unquote. Harris didn't even win a primary. Not even one primary chose Harris. Biden won his primaries, but they don't care. They don't care. And then they like democracy. Party over politics. Like, party over country. They actually believe party over country, but anyway. 2:30. 2:30. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's do this again. If you watch this channel, hit subscribe if you're new. James, thank you. James, thank you. Megan, hello. All right, let's do this. Michigan, 100 and what? 13,000 up. Trump. Wisconsin. Michigan. Wow. So you're looking at 30, 60, about 70,000, 72,000 up. Minnesota. Oh my God. 132,000 up. Wow. Freedom. Thank you. Freedom lover. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Freedom. Thank you. Thank you. Freedom lover. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Freedom lover, thank you so very much. It's been about 2.5 hours, and it's like 20 minutes. I feel like it's 20 minutes. I'm so amped up. I'm amped up, people. Let's go. I'm amped up. I'm just, Michigan is going for Trump. I'm so happy. Wow. Arizona. Do we have any more? I love how the report, like every other state I'm showing you, it's like, but Arizona apparently they live in a different world, The radio communication is off. We just have no contact. It's like communicating with like a submarine. There's just no contact anymore. Henry, thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. How can you go from Bernie Sanders to Trump? Because Bernie 2016 focused on economic issues, had a very similar stance on immigration. Bernie Sanders had a very similar stance on immigration and labor pertaining to those policies as Trump. had a very similar stance on foreign policy as Trump, had a very similar stance from TPP, a whole bunch of things as Trump. We had record low poverty with Trump. Look it up. I think CNN reported it and the New York Times did also. Record low poverty. End of story. You vote Trump. It's a moral imperative if you even know anything about morality or the economics. Like, if you think inflation, high interest rates, double mortgage rates, and we had record highs in household median income with Trump. I'm not making anything up. This is all true. I'm not making anything up. Oh yeah, narrowing Harris's path. Let's continue narrowing it. You know, I could be wrong. We could very well find out tonight. Pretty much, he'll be at like 268. Harris will be at like 210, and then like media will be like, it's still close. Oh, 70 electoral college that we could get. You never know. I mean, the rest of what we have to tally could be 9, 10, 20 to 1. You just never know. It's called democracy. Nice. In Ohio. Nice. 49 in the Senate. House. Governor. That's what happens when you have a political party running off of media. Cheryl! Thank you, Cheryl! All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Come on, let's do it. And by the way, to any celebrity that said you were going to leave, please leave. Please leave. Please go. The world is a beautiful place. You can go to all the wonderful countries that President Obama and Bush helped bring democracy to. Go, leave. And look who has the popular vote. It's Trump, baby. 56 million to 51 million. Oh my God, when they get all of those people, we should really make it the popular vote. Well, now we have the popular vote. Senate goes red. Does Senate go red? I think the Senate actually went, no, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Look at that. Georgia. Wow. I love it. I love it. I have had to, ladies and gentlemen, we have had to as a country deal with the apoplectic, hysterical, completely irrational meltdown of we have the dumbest intelligentsia of all time in this country. The intelligentsia despises Trump, and they're not even capable of even entertaining why or understanding why or comprehending why a rational, normal, logical person would want lower inflation. My God almighty, low inflation. What's wrong with that? We have high inflation now. And then if you say, well, it's not that high. Well, yeah, it is compounded. It's like everything's 20 to 30% more expensive than when Trump left, but the interest rates are high. High interest rates are very bad for a number of reasons, and they doubled in terms of mortgage rates. All right, so. Are you serious? Ah, now that they took back Minnesota, which is fine. Which is fine. That's fine. You can have Minnesota. Michigan, though, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Arizona, which I find bizarre. Nevada, too, I just do not think that I just don't think that it makes any sense that Arizona, we haven't had an update. Of course, nothing to see there. Everything is definitely above board. Really? Okay. I always find out with the Associated Press. Now, why is Reuters so? Oh, I see. Okay, Reuters. they just do not want. They just do not want to give anything. Hopefully, we'll be adding 16 more. 246. Wow. Nevada. We could very well find out tonight, people. When Trump regains the Oval Office, there is a wonderful James Brown song called The Big Payback. The Big Payback. And it's a great song. He should play that every single day in the Oval Office. James Brown, The Big Payback. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Magnificent Gaming, hello. This has been a really wonderful evening. Wisconsin, let's go, Wisconsin. Come on. We need Michigan. All right. All right, let's go. Come on. All right, so Wisconsin. let's refresh the screen again. Let's go ahead, refresh the screen. So you have about 78,000 up, 78,000 in Wisconsin, Michigan, about 104,000 or so. That's pretty good. 105,000. Pennsylvania, about 200,000 up in Pennsylvania with 19 electoral college. So let me just see. I'm not going to show you on the screen, but I just want to go ahead and. Okay. Oh yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting for. Hold on, they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting for Lord knows what, but they should be calling it very soon. They should be calling a certain southern state very soon. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. Let's refresh screen again. Pennsylvania, Michigan, over 100,000 up. About 75,000 up in Wisconsin. So, I mean, those margins should be enough. Should be enough. I know, I agree. Negative, I agree. Negative X, I agree. I mean, we're waiting. You know, it's they really, really don't want to call certain states for Trump. We can go Wisconsin is 68% and he's up by oh yeah, he's up by 75,000 now. So, so Minnesota, they have Minnesota, which is fine. It's like you know what? He's probably like I said in the very beginning, he's probably going to lose Minnesota, but who cares? Um, that was a huge change though. Like bizarre, but whatever. I'm sure there were no shenanigans. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so sure. Over 100,000 now in Michigan. Nice. Over 200,000, about 200,000 now in Pennsylvania. And Georgia still with Trump, substantial 135,000. So you have 192, 230. I know. It's just so bizarre. It's just so bizarre. Let's refresh the screen again. I just don't know why the Associated Press hasn't updated Arizona. I don't get it, but speculating speculating the motives of the morally superior is like an abomination in our world. So we can't speculate any. If things are very bizarre, you just have to deal with it. It's totally fine. I'm sure there was nothing wrong with that. All right, so 230, 230, and he's in the driver's seat. So again, Nevada, I think, is going to go Trump. Arizona is going to go Trump. Obviously, Georgia will go Trump whenever it is that they call it. Um, you have Wisconsin, you have Michigan, and you have Pennsylvania where Trump is in the driver's seat. 70%, almost 40%, and he's up by 116,000. That's not bad. With 40% of the vote, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, people. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Agent Pepsi! It's not 3 a.m. Just wait. So, yeah, right. Asian Pepsi, hello. This has been a 3-hour live stream, and I feel like, oh, we have 1,000 viewers. Hit subscribe to this channel. I know I pale in comparison to the 200 or 50,000 or 60,000 live stream, but you know what? I thank God for this awesome, amazing audience. I love you all, and I have a lot of really wonderful viewers around the world. If you're watching in Japan, the Philippines, New Zealand, Australia, around the world, Korea, UK, Canada, Ireland, around the world, thank you so much. Nigeria, thank you. Hit subscribe if you're new. Dawn, thank you. Let's go. Come on now. We put 3 hours into this. Come on, America. Let's find out right now. Soon, at least. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. This has felt like 25 minutes or like a half an hour. Like I'll do an hour live stream and it feels longer in like 1 hour than the 3 hours that we're doing now. Pennsylvania, 13 up, 213,000 up. Michigan, 110,000 up. Wisconsin, about 77,000. Let's go, Wisconsin. Let's go. Come on now. Come on. And Arizona. Okay, Trump. Yes. Up, increased. It took about an hour and a half for about 7,000 or about 6,000 more votes. So they updated it to 6,000 up. So good. Let's go. Let's do this. 50% counted. Georgia, about 135,000. 205, 230. That's fine. That's fine. I knew look, they're going to call, so she got Virginia, which is fine. We're just waiting on the 16 in Georgia. So, Nicholas, bless you, HA. Praying that Trump sees through this. Thank you. Thank you, Nicholas. And always for your support, Nicholas. You've been awesome. Thank you so much, Nicholas Orm. Thank you. Rick, bye, energy. We're staying up late. Let's get some hunters. Wake up. I mean, if I was still a Democrat, that would probably be okay. But thank you. Thank you, Rick. By the way, it's virtually impossible to change your party affiliation. I think I've tried to change it to independent. It's been difficult. Rick, thank you. All right, come on now. Come on now. Wisconsin, 80,000 up now. 70%. Michigan, nice. About 111,000. I like it. Pennsylvania, I love that very much. About 220,000 up. I love that. I love that. Sheila, you're right. By the way, um, the musical artist that used to be in a duo with Biggie, who shall remain nameless, he votes Democrat. Just saying. He, just like the entire music industry, votes Democrat. All right. Just like the person who owned that island was a liberal Democrat. These are basic facts that the morally superior among us just ignore. But anyway, let's do it again. Let's check on Wissigan. About 80,000. 110,000. Wow, 116,000. About 220. Nice. Almost 220,000. All right, Trump is still up in Arizona, which is good. But he was very competitive in Virginia. That's a good thing. That's 120,000 in Michigan now. About 200,000 in Pennsylvania, up about 120,000, 121 in Michigan, about 80 in Wisconsin. Yes. I mean that, yes. It's looking good for Trump, real good. I mean, any day now, we're just waiting for those 16 extra votes. 16 extra electoral college votes. Making it 246, baby. That would be awesome. Then you need 24. You can get 24 just with Pennsylvania and Arizona. Actually, you could get, let's see. Yeah, use 17. You could get Nevada, Arizona, and Michigan. You wouldn't need Pennsylvania or Wisconsin, but again, ladies and gentlemen, he's defeating a machine. You vote Democrat, you're voting for a machine. A lot of people on the left, they think they're fighting the machine. They're actually, like, Bernie Sanders is a part of the machine. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC, they're even more important for a very corrupt machine than Schumer or McConnell or George W. Bush. They're part of that machine. They just don't know it, which is why, like, when they cheated Bernie Sanders, they didn't even care. It wasn't even a problem. It wasn't, But anyway. All right. I'm going to look at my phone and see when and why they haven't called. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. We're over 1,000 right now. He's on his way to victory. He is on his way to victory, ladies and gentlemen, and let's just look right here. This is why, by the way, the Washington Post and the Los Angeles Times didn't back Harris. Because they're not going to back... They knew that the modern Democratic Party is pretty much done. That's why all these editors and like journalists or opinion writers are leaving. Like, we're leaving. It's like, well, you're going to see all these major publications start hiring more conservative journalists, more conservative op-ed editorial editors. The editorial board will be more conservative, and a whole bunch of these the Wall Street Journal as well. They're already more conservative, but here, let's see. Da-da-da. So, yeah, I mean, the New York Times has Georgia at, okay, so 95% of the vote in, with him up 100, about 120,000. With 95% of the vote in, and they still don't want to call it. The Associated Press still doesn't want to call it. Okay. We got all the time in the world. He'll be president for 4 years, so, eventually it has to happen. Nice, Pauline, nice. Yeah, I mean, you have 50 Senate seats, and that's going to be, I think, what? It'll be 53, 54 when it's all said and done. Mid 50s. I think this is officially the longest live stream I've ever had. I've had some long live streams. This is officially the longest. I'm going to be so happy when they call Georgia. When they finally call Georgia, I will be so happy. I love Patrick Bet David, the PBD podcast. He has 256,000 people watching now. That's amazing. That's amazing. What does Tim Pool have? I love Tim Pool too. Hold on one second. 149,000. And I got 1,000, baby. And I thank God for that 1,000. Thank you. Paul Bartlett Nicholas. Well, be sneaking up on Trump. I hope it does not stay that way because he's. Nicholas, I think it's just a matter of Paul, thank you. Paul, thank you. Nicholas, thank you. I think it's just a matter of them not calling certain, like Georgia with 93%. New York Times says 95%. So he should be getting 16 electors. So it should be 246, 205. See, if she got California, it's not good. With California, she should be at 240, 250, Um, let's look, right. Let's do this again. Look, Trump is going to regain I've been telling you this for 4 years. Trump will regain the Oval Office, okay? He will regain the Oval Office. Philip, thank you. It's just a matter of right now. I think what Democrats want to do is they don't want to call certain states, and they want to try their best to pull the same democracy. They want democracy to work yet again. But All right, let's refresh this again. All right, 100, almost 140,000 up in Michigan. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Wisconsin, still around 100,000, about 99,000, with 75,000. I mean, 75%. Michigan, 44%, 100 and about what? 140,000? 136,000. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Yes, 136,000. If my basic math is lacking, let me know. We're approaching a good 215, 16,000 up in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, look, it's just basic math. Let's say he gets Michigan 15, Georgia 16, 32, or 31. That's 261. And then pick the Nevada. He's got 261. And then you would need Arizona, 271. Yeah, you need Arizona. He's won it. He gets Michigan. Let's say he gets Pennsylvania, 250, 249, and Georgia, I mean, 266. Then he needs Arizona or Nevada. So, but he'll get Arizona. They can, you know what? I mean, it's pretty obvious when you look at the Senate. I've been telling you they're going to sweep the Senate. They're going to sweep the Senate. They're going to increase the House. I mean, if you've been a Democrat for 4 years, you've achieved nothing but obliterating whatever exists still of your political ideology and political party. Pretty much, I mean, you haven't really gained anything. You know? So, I gotta be honest, I'm actually still amped up, but I'm slowly running out of steam. But I can't do that. This is history. This is history in the making, so I'm still ready to rock and roll. Let's refresh the screen again. I mean, it feels like a half an hour or 45 minutes. It does not feel like 3.5 hours, I'll tell you that. All right, let's go. Minnesota, don't care. You can enjoy a high inflation, high interest rates, endless military conflict. Okay, I'm being facetious. Love Minnesota. Love Minnesota. Okay, Wisconsin, 100,000. 100,000 with 76%. There should be no way that he loses. Michigan, about 110,000. There should be no way that he loses. I mean, he could, but with 50% reporting, he's in the driver's seat. 83% reporting, and then but they say Pennsylvania, it'll take a couple of days, and he's up 200. Let's say about 219,000. So Republicans and Trump should have every single attorney, lawyer there. And he's up in the popular vote 61 million to 57 million. And that's having already, that's with California, but who knows, like, what they do in terms of. Tammy, News said, what's too close to call? Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. All right, let's look at Arizona, still stuck in, frozen in time. This map is phenomenal. All right, Pennsylvania, a good 200 and what? 19,000 up Trump. Michigan, a good what? 135,000? That's nice. That's very nice. That's very nice. Wisconsin, nice. About 103,000. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's true, Chris. Exactly. Yep. I think it's I think it's I think it's going to be easily. I mean, he's essentially, it's pretty obvious Trump is going to regain everything. This time, though, he has the Republicans. This time, he's not playing around. He has to listen to James Brown, the big playback, every single day. It's about the big payback now. You mess around, you accuse him of things he didn't do, you try to indict him. He shouldn't even be, a firefighter lost his life protecting his family, 2 attempts on Trump's life. Okay? I love the investigative journalism, by the way, in the Washington Post and New York Times, trying to find out why there were 2 attempts on Trump's life. Oh, that's right. They don't do that. God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, the tables were turned. You better believe, like, no stone would be unturned. It would be the Pulitzer Prize of Pulitzer Prizes of investigative journalism, but we'll just count our blessings now. He's going to regain everything. So, yeah, I mean, I love the fact that they still haven't called Georgia. I think that's fantastic. Sheila, thank you. Hawaii, I think Harris will get. Alaska, I'm not. Trump should get it. Arizona, and now he's up 9. Who knows? Like, you have countries with like 50, 60, 70, 80 million people, 100 million people. They find out like that night. Let's see. All right, let's look at this again. Officials reject Donald Trump's claim. Oh, we reject your claim. Well, so what? I mean, you look at what Trump has said. He was right about a wall. He was right about inflation. He was right about the economy. He was right about foreign policy. He's been pretty much right about everything. Um, Pennsylvania, about 175, 170,000 now. 84%. Michigan, about 140,000. Wisconsin, about almost basically 100,000, almost 100,000. Georgia, 93% says you're looking at about 120,000. So, I mean, they just don't want, they just don't want, uh, they don't want to ever call anything for Trump. Okay, Harris gets Hawaii. So, let me see. That's 4 votes. Okay, so. All right. I mean, look, this is pretty much exactly what you would want if it's Trump. All right, let me check my phone just so we don't lose. All right, so I'm not seeing any update on Wisconsin. Um, let's look at Georgia. The AP still hasn't called it. 95%, over 95%. And it's 100, about 120, almost 120. And it says Trump is almost certain to win, according to the New York Times. So, okay. No, no, no. I'm still staying. I'm still staying. 210, 230. I mean, Trump's in the driver's seat. He's in the driver's seat. Um, he's in the driver's seat. It's just a matter now of, right now, it's just a matter of, well, when they call it, which, you know, when they call Georgia, for example, and give him the electoral votes, um, and then Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. So Arizona, Nevada, I think is going Trump. I think Arizona is going Trump. Coconut, hello, coconut treat. 177,000 up in Pennsylvania, Michigan. 177,000. Wow. Wow. That's a good 15 electoral college votes. 100,000 Wisconsin. Wow. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Ha ha. Ah, I love it. I love it. So let's do this. Okay. I appreciate the kind words. Steve, thank you so much. I appreciate your support always, always. I appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen. Pennsylvania, let's do this. I just don't know why Arizona hasn't updated. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so very much for the kind words and for the support. Let's go ahead. All right, so we got 100,000 up in Wisconsin with 77% reporting. Michigan, 100. Wow, we're looking at almost about 180,000. Wow. It looks like he's going to get Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So you have 10, 25, 44. That puts him up. He doesn't even need Arizona or Nevada. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the kind words. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. It is pretty amazing that you're looking at somebody in Trump who's had to go up against the entire American global media every single day. Richard, thank you. Faith, thank you. And not only like they keep the AP is inside AP's call for in North Carolina. Like, yeah, he was up big in North Carolina. What's the problem? They should be calling Georgia any moment now. This isn't like the biggest thing in the world. It's just that they don't want. They never call. It just seems like they never. It's just very bizarre, but whatever. We will thank God, have another 4 years of a president who actually leads. With Trump, you actually lead. You actually have a president that's leading. What on earth are they waiting for? I mean, I don't get it, but it's fine. Micro Blue, thank you. Antoinette, thank you. Tammy, thank you. All right, let's go. Let's do this. And we'll see how gracious Democrats are when who knows what they'll blame, Martians, the Kremlin again, who knows. They always talk about civility, the most like vicious, like vile, belligerent political party. Trump was a Kremlin operative. That's well, we conceded. Oh, okay, you conceded. You spent 4 years complaining that another country installed Trump, but you conceded. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad if that's your concession. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's 93% in Georgia. over 95 according to the New York Times, and he's up by 120,000, about 120,000. So, like, okay, I don't get it. You're not going to call. You better believe if the tables were turned and it was Harris, you better believe almost certainly they'd be called Harris. Wisconsin, 78%. Let's go, Wisconsin. Let's go. All he ever needed really was just one of these states. If he gets two, he doesn't need Pennsylvania if he gets Michigan also. Nicholas! I know. It's I think because the polls closed about an hour ago. No. Yeah, about an hour ago. Well, one thing like with the live stream, like for example, if you title the live stream a little differently, like in terms of, so I have 1,000 people on the live stream, very grateful, very happy, very thankful, very blessed. But like for example, if I titled it a little bit differently, I could probably have more people, but I just want to be as algorithmically friendly as possible, safe as possible. So it's like, because it's like, you know how it goes. So I'm just happy, like, being as plain vanilla as possible and being cool with everything. Um, let's refresh. 210, 230. It's not really 210, 230. It's more like 210, 250 something. But I mean, it's really 210, 246. But Harris doesn't really have any huge California. She already got the 54 from California. So love and luck. Thank you. Shawboy Brown. I think so. Shawboy Brown. Hello. I think so. I think that is. I think that's correct if he wins Pennsylvania. See, the thing is, um, they just look. This is all about optics. They want a 210, 230. If you just look at it, you haven't been here for 4 hours on this live stream. It's Trump shouldn't even be anywhere close in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. These are Democratic Party machines. These are machines. Even in Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, they have machines there. The Republican Party in many of these states has been reluctant to truly back Trump. That's why it's even close. Plus, you have a big part of the Democratic Party machine is media. Washington Post, New York Times, Atlantic, Vanity Fair, Esquire, Rolling Stone. What is Rolling Stone doing talking about Trump? Rolling Stone, when I was growing up, you'd read Rolling Stone, you see Bruce Springsteen. You wouldn't read it for any political journalism or articles on politics. You just want to read about music. What does Rolling Stone have to do with politics? But of course, they're all over. They're big anti-Trump. So it's like, then you get algorithms. Then you get all of Hollywood, all the music industry. I used to watch the Academy Awards, and I used to see Steve Martin, Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. Everyone could enjoy it. Whether you're Republican, conservative, Democrat, liberal, it doesn't matter. You would be able to enjoy Robin Williams or Billy Crystal or Steve Martin. Now it's like some kind of cult ceremony. You can't enjoy it at all. I just want to tell you, everybody, Trump is bad and this is bad. And this, I don't care anymore. You're not courageous. You're not courageous if everyone in the crowd agrees with you. That's right. They did have articles here and there on politics. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and refresh the screen. I mean, with 86% reporting, if they just if the goal in Pennsylvania is to take a couple of days, uh, he's still up. Um, yeah, like what? 160. Let's see, 942, 113, 70,000. 70,000. So, but again, it's like you have to ask yourself, 70,000. He doesn't need Pennsylvania. He's up 200,000 in Michigan, and he's up about 105,000 in Wisconsin. He doesn't need Pennsylvania. She does to even make it close. He has Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nevada, and Georgia. So you could just do the math right there. He gets Michigan. If he just gets 25, that's 255. And with Georgia, he's won. He doesn't even need Arizona. He doesn't even need Arizona. Or if he just gets one, Michigan or Wisconsin, and Georgia and Arizona, he's won. So, nice. It would be very difficult to me with 93% reporting to believe that you're in Georgia 120,000 down and suddenly you get with 7%. It makes no sense. Now he's only 90 down in Wisconsin. So that's not really in play, but 13,000 up in Arizona. All right. All right. 210, 230. But let's refresh it one more time. I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. I should be back probably in about 2, 3 hours. Uh, let's look at that. Thank you. S23, thank you. I might be. Um, Michigan, he's doing very well. He's approaching 200,000 there. All right, let's go ahead. Pennsylvania, about 50, 74,000 or so. No, 73,000. Michigan, about like what? 180,000. 100, yeah, 190,000 or so. 180,000. About 180,000. Wisconsin. Wisconsin, he's doing wonderfully in about 106,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. Tag, hello. In Wisconsin, thank you. I will be back. I will be back. About a couple hours, people. God bless you. They will take their sweet time. We had an epic live stream. I'll be back. I'll try to do one in the middle of the night, about 2, 3, 4 hours from now. And we'll get to the bottom of this. But look, you see the numbers. Not making anything up. He's going to regain everything. 51 seats in the Senate already. And we just getting started. God bless you all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very, 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 very much. Almost 4 hours. And let's go ahead. We'll see you in a couple of hours. If not a couple of hours, definitely tomorrow morning. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream in about 2, 3 hours. Thanks, everybody. God bless. To my super chat, thank you. Thanks, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. You can just look at this map right here. Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot better than 4 years ago. Actually, even better than 8 years ago. Thanks, everybody. God bless.